Hello once again, it's Nature Boy 3000. Welcome back to Nature's Underground. So, as usual, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do what you gotta do. Alright, so as for today's topic, this is a good one. This is a big one. This one's gonna get you thinking. I wanna ask you, what side of the spectrum do you find yourself when I say these two things? And I'm going to talk about two things, two polarities here. They're very different topics, but they're both things that you as a human being, you need to master. So this is about mastering the inner and the outer worlds. What I mean by that is, in the inner world, you have everything that lies within you. There is a great vastness inside of you that people cannot see, although you can feel every time you sit down to meditate, every time you might do hallucinogenic drugs, whatever you choose to feel that inner world and to meet with it on a daily basis. The dream world, right? Dreams. This is all reality that is very real, yet we cannot see, right? So there is also another realm, which is the outer world, right? Do you have success in the outer world? What job do you have? Are you an entrepreneur? Do you have your own business? What are you doing to manifest a powerful and rich outer world, right? So there's two worlds that you need to master. You could be super just destroying life in one area. You could be just being amazing in the other. It's totally up to how your life is set up, right? You want balance in both, of course, but you've got to be cognizant and aware of where your strengths are and where your weaknesses are, right? So we want to bring balance to the inner and the outer worlds, right? The inner world, we can meet with it every single day through meditation, right? And we can kind of work out the little things inside of ourselves that are still insecure, the things that still have hang-ups, the things that are still scared. We have a lot of fears in our inner world, a lot of things that hold us back. And a lot of it is just our own shadow work that gets in our own way of our own success. And oftentimes you'll see, if your inner world isn't as great as it could be, you probably won't have a very rich outer world as well, right? And vice versa, right? But just as an example, you could have everything, right? You could have a very rich outer world, but still lack inner fulfillment and inner richness in the inner world, right? So life is just this big journey of trying to master both of these areas, right? It always comes down to these two things. Do you want to be the hippie who just stays indoors, goes into a cave and meditates all day, right? Do you want to lose yourself in that world? Or do you want to lose yourself in the rat race of trying to get things all the time? Material things that at the end of the day really don't matter, right? What side are you chasing after? Because true fulfillment, true success lies in you balancing these two areas. That's what it always will come down to, right? We like to think that we have all these problems, all these big challenges to face, but at the end of the day, you're only really facing yourself, right? You're facing yourself in the inner world so that you can more efficiently contend with the outer world, right? So if I had to give you a starting point though, off the top of my head, it would definitely be the one thing you can change in this moment, because you can't just, get a house right now. You can't just get a really nice car, but you can really find yourself in the inner world. You can start there, right? You can always take a deep breath now. You can always choose to think better thoughts. You can always choose to get very still and present. You can always choose to breathe better. You can always choose to talk better to yourself, right? There's always actionable steps you can take in this moment towards a better and more filling inner world that will ultimately impact your outer world someday. Just a reminder, just a quick message. Everything that we do, everything that we choose to do is just an investment. How are you spending your time, right? How are you spending your youth? A lot of my viewers are very young, right? A lot of you guys are 15 years old, 14 years old. Some of you are 20, 18, right? It's like 18 to 30. But the main thing right now is that you're young. That's what I want you to know. That's what I want you to feel viscerally and know, is that you're young. You have your whole life ahead of you. What actionable steps are you taking now to set yourself up for an amazing future, right? Because you're only going to be young once. Remember that. You're only going to get this youthful, amazing work ethic to attack your goals once, right? Don't let your 20s and your 30s slip you by. You've got to use this energy God has given you to create something in this moment. And every time you choose not to do so, you're going to make it a little bit harder for yourself moving forward because you're only getting older, right? So let this be a call to action for you with whatever you want to do. Whatever dreams you want to live, whatever things you want to have in this life, you can't get them just sitting under a tree meditating all day. You've got to master the inner and the outer worlds. They're equally as important. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. That's all I have to share right now. I hope this message reached you at the right time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe once again. Can't wait to see you in the next video. Peace.